This is live, I believe. Just let me check my channel because I kind of saw a weird message that I don't typically see. Zero viewership yet. Here we go. Okay, it is live. Alright. Okay, no one's here yet, so time to, I guess, do the overlay. I know I showed that a little earlier, but I at this point don't really care. This is more of a part one than anything, but to explain Retro, I'm on about the interview with Dan Stein. So yeah, the single probably biggest mistake I've made. I've apologized in a lot of places on Twitter. I intended to make a full-on video on this before realizing I didn't have the willpower to go through with a video that long. So instead I'm going to be doing a multi-part stream, probably more than 2 parts even, because the thing I am responding to is over an hour long, and I have intent to respond to at least one more thing. So, you know, you're looking at a lot. So I'm instead going to do multi-part streams over making a full-on video, because I've got a multi-hour project in the works already. I don't have any idea how I'm going to work on two at the same time. I've never even worked on a single one, so, you know, I'm kind of going to... So aside from the one in the works, before that point, I've never really worked on a project that was supposed to be multi-hour, so that's why this stream is even here. And it's on my main channel for the sake of... well, it's on my main channel for... I'm going to flat out admit it. For the sake of viewership, because I want to know as many people to know that I'm messed up hard in this thing. And I don't stand behind it. So, you know, like, you know, that's kind of the position that we're in.
So, Light?
I'm preparing to share the screen, but before I do that, I'm going to have to be a lot more forthcoming about my own problems when it comes to, like, how I act and shit, so... Essentially, if I think that I'm backed into a corner, even if I'm not, I am super complicit with the person I view to back me into that corner in a way, as a way to escape it. As soon as I began the interview with Dan Stein, I realized, oh shit, he's the one with the recording. He can clip this in any way he chooses. And so, you know, I kind of just became super complicit with him. That's kind of like the disclaimer. So everything I've said in that, as you can probably tell by this stream's mere existence, is redacted and disowned. But bro, that's not exactly...
Bro, Light?
Yeah?
Dan just typed in the chat with Carrick and I that he never claimed he was the victim.
The fuck does he mean?
I mean, it doesn't really matter if you claim to be the victim or not. You still tried to portray yourself as the victim.
Yeah, basically, Rambi. It led to me being extremely dismissive of, well, pretty much every victim of Dan, every victim of V, because I didn't really want to stand up to Dan in that interview, because I knew if I did, he'd just clip it. I didn't have a recording of the interview myself, so, you know, I was kind of stuck. So, you know, that was fun. So, you know... To everybody that was affected by that, I am sorry. And if you don't want to hear from me, or even regard my apology, that's fine. You don't have to. But I do want it out there that I do apologize for that.
Anyway, I accept the apology.
Thanks. So anyway, time for extreme tonal whiplash. Let me just make sure. I prefer to have... Oh, what's going on with this? Ah, I see.
Jokun. Should I tell Jokun what Dan claimed about him in that call that I just had?
Yeah, sure.
So, Jokun, he told me that him calling you a pedo was apparently a joke. I shit you not. He claimed it was a joke. Whoa, what?
Oh, that was my dog. She just... I guess... She makes a lot of strange noises now. She's very old.
Anyways,
Anyway.
like...
With all that said, let us die slowly.
Hey, at least... Hey, I can only hope that it won't be as bad as the Robo Night show.
True. Oh, yeah, and to clarify, this is on my main channel and not my streaming one. Probably, well, I think it's really obvious that it's for the sake of more people not only seeing my apology, but seeing the issues with this interview. Because for once, I actually care about viewership. Because I can never tell what's going to happen on my streams before. So, like, with the
by the way, Light, am I cutting out in this stream?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Is this Pirate Luz?
Oh, hey, Pirate Luz.
Pirate Luz.
Oh, it's Raven.
It's me. It's Raven.
Oh, that's you, Raven.
Yeah.
Guess that.
So, you know,
anyways,
this is on my main channel for the sake of viewership, because for once I know that this is actually going to be important, and
I remember you talking about that on Twitter, Light.
Yeah, I tried to apologize about 5 different times, but only the last time was I satisfied, and my dog's going off now. You picked the worst time.
I can barely hear you over that dog.
Yeah, I can barely hear you over that dog too.
Hey, hold on a second. I promise you, I'll be back. So I'll just play the start of the interview.
Guys, this is kind of heart attack inducing. Oh, hello.
I forgot I added at 1.5 times speed. Let me put it back. Alright, the mic's on.
Wait, what?
I was just checking that.
Oh, okay.
Probably super fucking sensitive. I should probably turn down the sensitivity a little. Yeti mics are fucking annoying like that.
Alright. Anyways, so I have a question that is gonna lead to something that might, you know, be a little bit shocking, but in a good way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah?
Alright. So, in your opinion, do you think that I, as a person, am incapable of change?
Technically no, but change does not mean forgiveness. I know I say
Light, you're cutting out there.
Oh, I thought that was just me.
Oh. Yeah, I hear it on my end too.
Is this better?
Oh.
I had to turn back up the sensitivity. Is this any better?
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
That's good. Now you're the one with a bad connection.
Nah, I just made my mic, like, I turned down the sensitivity on it way too far. It was at minus 35 it was at minus 35 previously. I just had to bring it up to minus 46. So, you know, to clarify, be clear as possible, my answer was meant to be, yes, you're capable of change, but that does not mean I am obligated to forgive you. Which is a thing I'm standing behind.
Right. Forgiveness is an option.
Yeah.
If you change, if you apologize for what you did, they aren't obligated to forgive you.
Like
even then, you need to heal in order to forgive, not the other way around.
And there's going to be permanent what you did is going to leave really a lot to heal, so they're likely not even going to heal properly. So, like, the chances of anyone forgiving you is impossible, really. Well, anyone you affected.
Yeah,
I
I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now that Lee, Sky, and everyone else, they are not going to forgive you.
Understand, Dan, that you basically screwed up hard with basically, well, just doing what you did to them. In fact, you know,
and
Do I also need to bring up the shit you did with Alduin? With Alduin's character in that comic?
yeah, like,
yeah.
you
And
know,
I'll say this though, like, you're almost becoming an adult, Dan. You know, there comes a time where you have to do the adult thing and admit that you were wrong.
yeah.
I mean,
and
even if he wasn't becoming an adult, at 17 years old, you should know not to do that.
exactly. And again, at 17 years old, oh my god, you should know that you're not obligated to forgive people. And if you don't, like, hey Junko, hey Sean, it's the same the other way around as well. I am not obligated to forgive you in the same way that you are not obligated to forgive me. It's as simple as that, Dan. If you don't want to forgive me, cool, don't care. I also don't want to forgive you.
I mean, if I was in that same situation, I wouldn't want to forgive Dan either.
Yeah, he basically put me into the situation where I felt almost, I guess. Oh, my connection is apparently unstable, so don't be surprised if I cut out.
Is that dog having a wrestling match in the background?
Yeah, one of them is growling. Hey, can you stop it? You're being annoying at about the worst time. You know, basically he opened up this interview with me, and I was super complicit out of fear of not wanting to be clipped and moved around. It's not really an excuse. I could have recorded my side to make that impossible, just to clarify. And I recently, I recently saw two people do better than me at an interview with another person. Still like seeing when he actually is.
Yeah, I recorded my my side of the interview with him too.
Yeah. So like, you know, and I've seen about half of it. So all right, let's keep.
And I hope in the next part of this stream, the next stream that we do, we'll be able to show that, because I've already got it uploaded, but it's unlisted, but it is there, and he can't do anything about it.
Oh, and to clarify, I also I know I linked to an unlisted video, by the way, which I asked Dan to make unlisted. But believe it or not, the purpose of that was that so nobody would see my mistake unless I was ready to apologize for it. Essentially, what I mean is, I didn't want this out while I was taking my time to, like, you could say that that's kind of, you could say that's scummy, maybe, I don't know. The difference is I've already apologized for this shit earlier in the stream on Twitter before I even had it unlisted. You know, I solely had it unlisted so that people, well, the big reason was that people wouldn't hear me spout shit about dramas I didn't know about, because I didn't want to slander anyone, especially while I didn't have a way to disprove the slander. So, you know, that's where we are. Hang on, let me just check the stream on YouTube's end. Alright, that's good. Alright, so I think we can continue with it. Dan can only manipulate the girls 13 and under, and no one else will believe him anyway. Yeah, if I'd have remembered that, it could have gone well too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, he manipulated a 12-year-old as well.
Dan Stein trying to explain why being sexual with a 13-year-old is okay. Just answer this kind of, I guess complex-wise, I think it's definitely possible, but I doubt that everyone will forgive you. Yeah, that's so complex. It's so complicated, isn't it?
Yeah, it's too complex for Dan Stein to comprehend, apparently.
Rip.
I mean, this is Dan we're talking about.
True.
All right, Joe can just grab the interview for me in case Dan tries to take it down after this.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Joker.
I was not expecting that as an answer.
Oh, wait, are you trying to say something, Michael?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this, like, Like, honestly, should we be surprised that Dan doesn't comprehend it anymore? Like, he can't seem to do anything right.
Yeah, true. No
True.
problem.
Like, he sucks at everything.
Yeah, he really does. The only thing he's actually good at is failing. I mean, I'm personally gonna wait and see. I don't want to jump on too early. I've had too many slaps in the face when I've given people chances, so...
Guess what this one was?
Yeah, if I'd have seen the manipulative tactics that he tried to use on me right in this instant, my answer would have been an extremely firm no. Like, in fact, the whole reason he wanted to befriend us in the first place is because he failed to take us down, he failed to defend himself, and he failed to discredit us. So his only option left was to befriend us. So he didn't even do it out of the goodness of his heart. He did it because he's a snake.
Yeah,
He couldn't even succeed in befriending us.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't interact a whole lot with Dan, but if I was in that situation and then Dan would try to still talk to me, it'd just be a hard no, and I just block him on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Dan should know that's how I function. Dan, if you by some miracle are watching this stream, you better not turn me into one of those stupid supervillains in your freaking comic.
He might.
Maybe he's gonna have you get raped as well, like he did.
Oh,
Oh my God, no!
Oh.
If that happens, I would be extremely upset.
Yeah.
I'd be extremely upset.
And unfortunately, I wouldn't be surprised if he did. He's like Alwyn didn't even do anything to him.
I mean, honestly, Dan, like, this is unrelated, but do you expect Lee to forgive you after you had a scene that was sexualizing her OC?
Or
And
hey,
I
Dan.
too.
Oh yeah, and Dan, by the way,
Do you think Lee's going to forgive you after you downplayed the effects you had on her, you stupid potato?
What is it with you and calling people potatoes?
I don't even know. I was just stringing words together. I'm just going to wait and see with you.
Well, okay. So, have you heard about my video called Taking Accountability?
Spoilers! Guess what he doesn't do?
He doesn't take accountability for his actions like a mature 17-year-old should do.
The only reason he hates Alwyn is because of what she did to his waifu. Yeah.
Well, okay.
But hey, do you know? Do you know? I mean, Light, I don't know if you remember this, but the real reason I showed you that video is because only like 12% of the video was actually him taking accountability or even trying to.
Well, here's the thing. In my opinion, none of it is taking accountability. Because in my opinion, the way I see it, to take accountability, you have to A, admit that you fucked up, B, face the... Yeah, you can join in. Hold on, let me put the Streamlabs link. You have to A, admit that you fucked up, B, be entirely honest where you fucked up, and C, tell people what you actually did so they can successfully hold you accountable. You have to face the consequences to take accountability, Dan. Your video taking accountability, which I guess is a fucking resource now, so that's gonna be nice. I'm gonna have to write a fucking pinned comment because of your dumbass. I'm sorry about that. And, your video taking accountability is, I think that's Junko, just there.
What's up?
Oh, hey, Junko.
Hey, Junko.
Hey, Junko.
So let me take a good guess, right? Good old ass stain mattress is at it again.
Basically,
Yep.
yeah.
That's what
So,
it is.
Junko,
Oh, brother.
I'll explain this as briefly as possible. Dan failed at taking us down, failed at discrediting us, and failed at defending himself, so his only option left was to try and befriend us. This is the travesty.
And then he failed at befriending us.
Especially after this stream, where I'm going to exploit...
Okay, so I think I know why he's trying to befriend you, right? See, the thing is, he's a manipulator, okay? That's the thing. He's going to manipulate you anyway. That's why I'm telling people don't fall for it.
Uh-huh. The thing is, he sucks so hard at manipulation because he didn't realize I would double-check the thing. He didn't realize I'd double-check the interview. And because I double-checked the interview, I realized both that he messed up in the interview and that I fucked up by being super complicit.
So if you think about it in this case, like, if anything, Dan is trying to play you. If you think about it, Astay Mattress is literally trying to play you.
I guess he overestimated your willingness.
And look what Sean S says here. Look what he says here. Dan made an entire video about Halo Fan, calling him out for what he said about cuties and doxing. But in all honesty, he is no different than Halo Fan.
He's literally done everything Halo Fan has. In fact, I would argue that Dan might be slightly worse because Halo Fan hasn't actually had an underage girlfriend, to my knowledge.
I mean,
No,
I don't think he had.
I mean, he is in possession of child porn, from what I've heard, but so is Dan.
Oh, that child porn thing you heard about? Yeah, Dan actually blatantly
Well, Halo Fan actually had. I mean, I do know Halo Fan has possession of that.
Like, I don't know where the... Like, I know that he has possession of child porn, but Dan lied to you about what happened in my server. He sent kids in bathtubs to me, wearing diapers. I banned him.
Why does that sound like something Halo Fan was posting? Because didn't Halo? I remember Halo Fan did post stuff like that in a Discord server. I mean, I did not witness it, but I was told by somebody about it.
Dan admitted that he obtained child porn of Sky.
All right.
Well, that's new. I didn't even know that. I mean,
Let me
the last time I heard anything about Sky was when Dan was asking her for nudes, I think. And I guess allegedly there was a stream he had, and it accidentally showed Sky naked. That's what I remember hearing. I heard it on. I heard it when I was on one of Spyro the Bug Boy streams.
Yeah,
just to clarify,
and
this
he
was
flat
the
out
response.
He flat out admitted that he was in possession of nude videos of Sky.
This is the response Halo Fan gave me to why when I asked him why he sent the diaper shit in my server. This is the incident Dan was talking about to explain child porn. And while I know there's different incidents that prove what Dan was saying, Dan blatantly lied to you about the fact that child porn was involved in my server. I told him it was diaper shit. And it's really obvious in this screenshot that I was talking about diaper shit.
Oh yeah. Halo Fan definitely did admit that he and this is hold on.
Like the 22nd of May, this was roughly. And yeah, I told Dan about this. I did in the interview. You will get to that point. It's very early on, I believe. But like Dan had Dan has no right to try and weaponize the claims against Halo Fan when literally you can find most of the accusations put onto Halo Fan can fall in with Dan. Doxing, yes. Halo Fan did Sean S.'s name.
I do know that Halo Fan was friends with Dan, and that's what I've been hearing.
They go back and forth a lot.
Yeah, but when it came to the whole diaper thing, the first thing I heard from someone about this is that Halo Fan was on, I think, either like one or two Discord servers, and in those Discord servers, he was spamming pictures of babies in diapers. I think it was either them shitting themselves or something like that. I don't even know.
It was them in bathtub.
But it's just whatever. Honestly, the first time I heard it, I was like super disgusted, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like, why would he post that shit? Like, that was so literally disgusting, right?" And then what really pretty much bombed it all, right, is when you had Halo Fan being quite a creepo to Sean. That's even worse. Now, I don't know if you guys know about this already, but Halo Fan was like all over the fucking place. Like on Twitter, he was saying all kinds of creepy shit. We exposed that before. He was also stalking on Sean S. and he was going around. He was like, "Oh, Sean S, you need to review cuties. Sean S, you need to review cuties," and all this stuff like that. Like he was all over the fucking place. And when he got caught making those videos, right? When he was stalking Sean S in those videos, and talking all kinds of crazy ass shit, like he would always take those down every time he got fucking caught.
Yeah, like gonna be real, like. I don't want to go on too much of a tangent about Halo fan, to be honest. But
yeah, that's what I know so far about this whole thing with him. Now, as for Crap Stain, on the other hand, like it's just like I said, it's always has to be the same song and dance with this kid. That's
the
the
never-ending nightmare of Dan Stein. Vaguely, I don't remember if I've seen it or not. I think Michael showed it to me a while back.
Wait, what?
He did. Michael, it was when you wanted to do that video way back when, and we ended up getting a recording on taking accountability that was way too long.
Oh yeah.
The one that eventually you had to do with a Hema instead.
Oh yeah, and about that taking accountability thing, which he doesn't do, Dan, there is a biblical proverb that you should know that goes, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another, which literally means one person is going to hold you accountable for your actions.
I'll be a second.
So, y'all want to talk while he's gone?
All right, I've returned. So we can.
Oh, there you are.
This is in this.
So like,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
and when Michael showed it to you, he was all like, "Oh, look at Dan, he's claiming to take accountability when he's like blaming us," even though like what I was really doing in the video was just, explaining the situation. And
This was actually not something Michael told me. Michael's had issues with you not explaining what you were doing, and then you were constantly meandering on. Like, you would be talking about threatening us, or you'd go and bring up. You tangentially talked about both Halo Fan and the SCC for no reason whatsoever. Like, your taking accountability video spent more time bitching about the SCC and Halo Fan than it did.
Well, here's my advice when it comes to taking accountability, right? See, if you're going to take accountability, you actually have to admit what you did and feel bad for what you did. See, that's what I did. I took accountability for all the things I did. I felt bad for each and every mistake I have made. And I've actually changed my ways, and I'm actually getting a life.
Yeah.
Like I said, we all are going to have our fuck-ups, and we're all going to have to admit it everyone. We're going to admit it every time. That's the thing, Like,
yeah,
that's the thing. Like, people need to at least, take accountability. And I learned that important lesson. I learned it the hard way. And pretty much soon, it looks like Dan Stein is going to have to learn this the hard way. That's all I can literally say at this point. And that's what I've literally come on here to say, because this is just kind of getting ridiculous with this guy. Like I said, it's the same song and dance. Like, he's just coming on here, starting shit, and then it's like, like that's all it is. It's the same exact song and dance routine. It's just kind of getting stupid, really.
Amen to that.
And like, this is how it works, Dan. Once you fuck up, you apologize, you take accountability, and you face the consequences of what you did.
Yeah, and see, here's the thing, right? See, today's YouTubers, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. That's the problem. Today's YouTubers just don't want to do that, and would rather make excuses saying, "I'm hacked, this and that." Like, no, you're not hacked. You know what you did. At least take accountability and apologize for it. If it wasn't you, then show the proof. There you go.
Yeah, ironically, being hacked is one of the many, many excuses that Dan tried to throw.
Yeah, he tried to throw that. And I'm like, bitch, how are you fucking hacked? That doesn't make any sense.
For 2
Tell me you're
years,
fucking
I'd
hacked.
say.
Bruh, his own screenshot proved that he wasn't hacked.
Honestly, the only advice he ever took about all this, he probably got that advice from the devil. That's where he got it from.
Like, he lost friends over this. Like, Dan, the reason your friends don't want to talk to you, the reason Azriel doesn't want to talk to you, the reason you lost other friends, like Lee, or hell, even Spyro was friends with you at one point, has always been you. And you
See,
don't ever apologize.
And you see, thanks to people like Spyro and a couple others, which I guess the laundry list is too long to mention, but thanks to those people, now I definitely know not to trust him.
Yeah.
Because now I actually know what traps to dodge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we'll
I'm
keep
actually-
going.
Because let's just say I could be sly as a fox, but whatever. I don't really care. But anyway, I'm going to get off now, and you guys can enjoy, finishing this up. I'm sorry if I took your time or anything, but
No,
it's
You're
fine.
fine, dude. You're fine. You actually brought some valuable advice to everyone here, including Dan. If by some miracle he ends up watching this stream.
Well, even if I'm giving everyone like Dan valuable advice, he's not going to listen, and he's just going to act stupid even more. Watch and learn. He's not going to listen to my advice. He ain't going to listen to my advice. And it's the same moron that called my friend Hiroshimaru a freaking Hiroshima bomb. Like, really, dude? How original is that? How fucking original is that? Now, I guess Pirate Luz, I don't even know you, but I guess you probably...
I'm Raven Pines, by the way. I'm a friend of Lights.
Oh, okay. Because I don't know some of you guys other than, Michael and some of the other people like Retro Romney and such. But, because... I guess if you're new to this, because I have a friend named Hiroshimaru, right? And literally Dan made the most dumbest insult towards him, calling him a Hiroshima bomb.
Oh my god. I am so sorry that your friend had to go through that.
Yeah, literally trying to compare my friend's username to a fucking incident that happened like something years ago. Like, how the fuck do you compare something like that? That's
that is highly inappropriate. That is highly inappropriate.
Honestly.
It's highly inappropriate.
And this the same moron that wants to go around challenging people to fights and shit and talk all that damn smack. So you know what? If he wants to keep acting like this, let him keep acting like that. You can't fix stupid. You can't fix evil. You can't even fix this kid. No matter how much you try, he's not going to listen. Simple as that. Even I try to knock some fucking common sense into this kid, but he won't fucking stop. He acts like this is some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure match or some shit. Like, no, this is fucking not. So if he wants to keep playing these grudge match games, let him keep doing it. Because in the end, he's going to realize that he's the one causing all this monster shit. He's going to learn. Watch. He's going to look in the mirror one day. And when he finally sees it, I'm telling you, he's going to learn the hard way. Watch and learn. Watch and learn. And to you, Dan, I hope you really learn from your actions. Because this is really getting fucking stupid. Because why every time I have to hear about you is literally the same exact fucking shit. You can't even just get off the damn internet and get a fucking life, can you? This is really getting fucking ridiculous. And this is why we fucking expose your ass every single fucking time. This is getting retarded, Dan. Grow up and get a fucking life and grow a set of fucking balls. Okay? See y'all.
Hey, Light.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean. How's it going, buddy?
Hi, Raven. I released my Thundercats Roar review, and I did give you credit as one of the script checkers.
Yeah, poggers. Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this right now. Dan has also done some terrible things to me. Like some of the things that he did are well known to other commentators as well, considering the fact that he constantly made a parody of me saying spiteful a million times and all of that. But there's a lot more. He also decided to betray me and a friend named Tricky.
Yep, I think I know quite a bit about like what happened with Tricky because I ended up asking Tricky himself. Like,
Yeah.
So I'll keep going for now because I want to get somewhere today.
Yes, absolutely.
And how I plan on changing from that,
Alright, I found the one you were on about. Yeah, I've seen that. I didn't think that it was insincere, but I think that like
I did. I just didn't want to say it.
and I understand why. Okay, so I'm not gonna like say, oh, you're a horrible person for this, but I feel like you were a little vague on the situation, if you know what I mean. I think that was Michael's issue, maybe. That was Michael. Well, one of the many issues Michael had with the stream, with the video. To clarify, it was everything I've just gone over. The reason I went over the taking accountability video in the first place was so that I didn't have to interject with hours. I didn't have to interject hours here. I can't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah,
Honestly,
and again, about the taking accountability video, iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like that's sort of
And-
like the theme for this.
And also, Dan, just because that age gap of 17 to 13 is acceptable, that doesn't excuse what you said to them.
Yeah, like, the problem wasn't... until the 12-year-old, the problem was never the age gap. The problem was what you said to them. The problem was the contents of those DMs. Just to be as clear as possible, because I actually know this comes back in the second interview that we're going to cover. Not with me, but with two other people.
like I had no other choice but to really be vague because like
Because I don't want to take accountability and I want to avoid all consequences. Dan, you did dumb shit. Now own up and take your fucking consequences.
thing that I did on the internet is something that some people may consider to be worse than murder.
Some people, not sane people.
And now that is something I would seem to disagree with on
Yeah,
that level.
I disagree with it as well. I think a lot of the argument as to why it's worse than murder is that in some situations...
Need to clarify some because if I don't
clarify very certain select situations, this is going to look really bad. I can't remember who Cool Kid was. God damn it! Who's Cool Kid?
I'm.
Oh, it's Pepper. It's Pepper.
Oh, hey,
yeah.
Pepper.
Hi, Pepper.
Hi.
Yeah. Like,
So we're tearing Dan a new one again.
God, I keep forgetting about that guy's existence.
Yeah, to be honest,
I did
I keep
until this.
forgetting. To be honest, I keep forgetting that too.
yeah, like, I almost forgot about the guy, and then, you know, I heard about the Wario interview, and then he tried to interview me, which went very poorly on both ends, considering that I saw the flaws of the interview now in hindsight, and I was stupidly super complicit in the thing, which ended up really downplaying some of the effects that a drama had on people. Also, I let Dan run his mouth about V Omega of all things, because I didn't know enough about the situation to argue back.
Trigger warning for anyone watching this, because there will be mentions of V Omega in this stream.
The dude was...
I heard about. I actually did hear about what V Omega did from Doodle Tones' video on Justice Sylveon, and also about what V did to Joni.
Yeah. Which, by the way, he's going to go ahead and say, oh, the only screenshots provided were blurry.
No, they're fucking not. I've seen the screenshots now. I didn't at the time, but I've seen them now.
They're not blurry. Fuck off.
How are they blurry?
I have no idea. It's not the case whatsoever. Exactly. It's like, it's almost like a tactic to make me think that he knows what he's on about. You know, it's a really slimy tactic. Oh, hey,
Yeah,
I didn't even...
Very
Hold on.
slimy.
Hang on, I didn't even know I could do this. One sec, I'm gonna go dump the StreamYard link in chat one time more, and then pin that message, because I didn't even realize I could do that. Hold on, I need to grab it. Oh yeah, of course, because my most recent Control-C, Control-V was an image. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pin that now. It's the second tab. Pin message. Alright, there we go. That'll appear at the top of the screen when it gets scrolled off, because, you know, I want everybody to have that link as accessible as possible.
I
Only
also
some.
know I know very well about Dan's little comic because he's been talking about it with Azriel and calls alongside with me and Tricky.
Yeah. Big thank you to Azriel. She outed herself, so I don't, you know, she outed herself in the stream, so it's not like I feel very bad about bringing up that it was Azriel who sent me all the comic shit. Thank you, Azriel. We literally would not have known this without you. So thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Azriel. You were such a big help for exposing that bullshit. Thank you. Just
And
thank you.
and that little comic that Dan is doing, I knew from the beginning that it was basically Sonic Chew 2.0.
I was about to say that. I was about to.
I mean, I was just gonna say, it's Sonic Chew, but JoJo.
Yep.
Yes. No. There's so many comparisons you can make. There's literally the villains in Sonic Chew are just representations of Chris's life.
Yeah. And the same goes for whatever he's
Damn.
calling it now. I think he actually goes on to talk about how he's planning on making a new comic. This one sounds marginally better, but I have no idea about anything in it. So it could be worse for all I know. It could be the same.
Yeah, it could be worse. I mean, I could be like a supervillain in that comic, and then I could be craped in that comic.
The fact that my friend.
I still can't believe that Dan would want Azriel to draw all of that gore and stuff.
Yeah. So anyway,
I'm
Pepper, what
so
were you
happy.
What were
I'm
you gonna say,
so
Pepper?
happy to tell Hypo to remove the love interest in the comic, because it's a representation of a person I know of that doesn't want to associate with Dan.
Yeah, the fact that Dan is still lusting after somebody who clearly doesn't, Michael confirmed to me, she was traumatized and depressed by what Dan did to her. This is important that
No,
we brought up by Dan as well.
She has a way better life nowadays. She doesn't need him.
Exactly. In fact, I think she's
Exactly.
got a boyfriend right now. I'm not quite sure though.
Oh, well, cool.
So she's doing a lot better, to my knowledge.
Buggers.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take this the wrong way. Killing can be justified in certain situations, but very specifically certain, not all or many. You can justify it in one or two situations, but to clarify, I don't think murder is good. What you ended up doing couldn't.
Yeah, and to be fair, I don't think murder is right either, because one, that's against one of the Lord's 10 Commandments, but two, just killing for the sake of killing or just malicious intent, just killing somebody, yeah, that could get you into a whole lot of trouble.
And for good reason, obviously. You are literally, theft is considered bad, guys. You are thieving everything they have from them. You are literally thieving their life by doing that. You are taking their life and throwing it down the shitter. That is why it's considered bad. Because, they don't have anything now after you've done that.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
But
I think that's why some people see it as worse. Mind you, I don't agree with that argument. Yes, the argument is technically correct, but at the same time, when murder can't be justified, I view taking a life as a lot worse than what you did. Doesn't make what he did good, just to clarify, because I feel like I need to make a million different clarifications, because this interview was so poorly done.
But then again,
I mean, This isn't the first time that he did an interview with someone. He also did one back in 2020, which Light actually let me know about because he brought me up in that particular interview, saying that I quote unquote betrayed Dan for no reason when I did it because of what Dan did to Tricky.
Yeah. Like, it was another interview he did alongside Sly, where Sly was the one asking him questions, basically.
Oh yeah. Then again, with most of the murder situations, the consequences for most of those are higher than for the other thing.
No shit. Why don't you mention
yeah.
what that other
It
thing
usually
is?
Yeah. Because like with the other thing, what usually happens is that people just, feel ashamed of their bodies for a little bit, and then
Hey, how about you don't downplay the effects of asking children for nudes, you stupid prick? Again, need I bring up, Lee was both traumatized and depressed after what you did to her. Do not try to downplay this.
Exactly. And if someone tried to ask me, if I was Lee and I was put in that situation and Dan asked me for nudes, I just tell him straight up no. I'm not saying that Lee was asking for it.
no.
I'm totally not blaming her. I'm saying that if someone asks for nudes, even if they are underage, just tell them no. Simple as that.
Like, Dan, you downplay the effects of... Well, I'm not even going to shield you from it anymore, because I don't see a reason. It was non-contact sexual abuse.
Wait, can I tell you guys how Dan and Lee got into a relationship? It's actually really funny.
Alright, you can tell us.
Oh, share.
Okay. So, they were in the call together, right? And how can I say this? So Dan basically told her they like her, blah blah blah, and they want to be in a relationship together. And then she sarcastically said, "Oh yeah, I totally want to date you." And then he misinterpreted that.
Dan, when you fail
I
so
know.
hard at this situation, you can't even detect sarcasm. That's...
Oh my god.
And that's kind of funny because I used to not detect sarcasm so easily, but then I just started detecting it a lot easier as I got older.
Yeah, like, Dan, I'm sure even if you couldn't detect it at first, surely you could have at least at some point detected that she really wasn't in this. And wasn't really as interested. For the majority of what I know about the relationship, you seem to be the driving party. Like, you were the active party in the conversations, to my knowledge. If someone who knows more about the Lee shit wants to correct me, go ahead.
Yeah, he was active. He was actually active.
Yeah.
I do remember Lee being in a call with me, Tricky, and Michael, and she told us that that during a certain point in like the summer or something, her room was really hot and she had less on, and Dan would ask her to go get something, and to my knowledge, Lee was uncomfortable by that because of the fact that it would that whenever she would get something, he would stare uncomfortably at her, and I don't Lee was in the right for being uncomfortable with that.
Yeah.
He stared at her.
He's a very creepy person.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
and they just get over it after a while. Like, because that's what I've been seeing with a lot of victims of these situations. Because, like, I have met some victims, and, like, usually what they always say is, "Oh, every time this happens, I like feel bad about my body and stuff like that." Like that's what they say. And like to the extent of that, what they usually mean is that they just don't like seeing themselves naked.
What every
Wait, what?
Yeah. One, you're making an assumption on what they mean. Two, you're making an assumption that every victim reacts the same. Three, you're making the assumption that every victim is affected on the same level. Four, there's so much wrong with this that it's actually frustrating.
Like, I don't know if y'all heard it, but I facepalmed like at least 3 or 4 times.
Like, this is not how this works. Dan, this is not how victims react. Like, every victim reacts differently. You cannot use one victim story and how they reacted as a sign to tell another. This is exactly what Madame did, and the community hated her for it. Because she used her case to try and say Slimmers was lying.
Oh, hey,
Then
oh,
again,
hey,
then again, Dan. Ironically, Dan also tried to defend Madame for what she did by doxing a fan.
Oh, god damn it. I'm not even surprised at this point. But, like, I make this comparison to try and, like, get across what I mean a lot easier. If you don't know the situation, then you're not totally screwed, because I'm also trying to give enough context to try and explain it. But, like, Dan, you've got to understand. You may say, oh, the only thing that happens is they're ashamed of their bodies for a bit, but then they get over it. No.
That's not how this works, Dan.
Like,
but-
you're generalizing hard here. Anyway,
Yeah,
hey, Tricky.
Oh, hi, Tricky.
Hey,
So-
Tricky.
So, how's everyone?
We're doing
doing
good.
alright. We're tearing Dan a new one.
Basically,
So,
simply put, I noticed a lot with my interview that I didn't notice at the time of it happening.
What, you're not proud of it?
Yeah, not proud of it at
Okay.
all.
Okay, yeah. I just came by just to say what's up and just to, you know,
I actually didn't know that you did an interview with Dan. Did Dan unlist that video or
Yes,
did you archive it?
I asked him to unlist the thing because basically what I told him I didn't want a video on the internet of me talking about dramas I did not know about, which is why I genuinely wanted it unlisted. I wanted something that spread misinformation unlisted until I could formulate a proper response and dispel the false narrative like a garbage heap that it is.
Dude, what if he interviewed me?
I mean,
I'd
you know
answer-
what? Yeah, go ahead, Tricky.
well, I was going to say, he was thinking about either interviewing Sean or Junko and Leon. So,
Oh, if he tries to interview Leon, that's never
man.
that's going to go so
Leon.
oh, yeah.
That is going to backfire horribly on him.
Oh,
Yeah.
and also Jack Williams.
Oh no, he
no.
could not have picked a worse person to interview. No, do not let Jack anywhere
God.
near him.
Like, imagine if he tried to interview me.
Well,
Like, a majority of that interview would just be me tearing him a new asshole.
If he tries to interview me a second time, I'm just gonna answer every single question with Yashi. I'm not even
Well-
gonna kidding you.
well, then again,
Yoshi.
Jack
Yoshi.
Williams-
Hold
well,
on,
then,
let
then
Tricky
again,
finish.
though, like Jack Williams doesn't even do YouTube anymore. He just closed his account earlier this year.
All right. Well, I mean, either way, if Dan tried to talk to the guy, all he's gonna get is screaming and insults on the end. Oh,
Yeah.
imagine if he tried to interview you. I wouldn't
Like,
be surprised if he tried that.
Like I've seen how Jack Williams reacts whenever someone does something controversial.
Yeah, it would never go well for Dan, and you know, again, Leon wouldn't go well for him. Who was the other guy you wanted to interview? Was it?
Junko.
It was. Oh yeah, Junko. That's not gonna go well either. Junko was in here earlier, and he was pissed.
Like whenever Junko gets mad, he gets really mad.
Yeah,
Wait,
it would be a total mess. Like if
Wait,
Dan
wait,
tried to
he wants-
interview any of those three.
Wait, he wants to review Junko Inoshima from Danganronpa? How does that work?
Oh, god damn it.
God damn you.
Junko, like he.
I know.
I'd
That
imagine like how his interview with Junko would go. Like he'd just be sitting here tearing him a new asshole.
Like, oh,
Well, the
bro.
thing is, like-
I'm still just kind of shaking from what would happen if he tried to interview Leon.
Well, the thing is,
Oh.
I was just I'm just naming all those names because I was asking him earlier today if he wanted to interview those people, and he said that he would love to.
That would be very unfortunate for him. I've seen enough of Leon to know that Leon hasn't got time for your shit.
That's it.
Well, then again, though, like Leon and his people, like they're not even going after Dan anymore. He's not even going to waste his time with him. The thing is, like nowadays, they went after Halo Fan, but then Halo Fan died down, and now they're going after Brian because of the amount of shit he's.
Yes,
atmosphere.
they
Hey.
seem to like they seem to move on from people pretty quickly.
Yeah.
wait, Brian, like Kratos?
No.
No. It's some guy called Remote Tripod 562. You don't know who he is, but long story short, he's just some hillbilly who is stealing people's profile pictures, and he's constantly causing drama. He's trying to get attention from people, and constantly calls people when they're at work. So.
Obviously, every victim reacts differently. From what I know, yours didn't seem to be massively affected.
Yeah, no, that did not age well in the slightest.
I mean, granted, none of mine were, but
You fucking liar.
that doesn't really justify what I did.
Oh yeah, I know that. I'm not trying to make a justification. The one thing I will say that I think... So when I say this, I mean this in the same way Akumu said it. It's like, it's still bad, but I feel like the claim of pedo was... Like, I thought it at the time, but upon further reflection, if you actually... Alright, to further explain, because I didn't explain this very well, the DMs implied, or at least the ones that I saw, implied that Dan was more desperate than actually interested. So, based on that, he's not a pedophile. But he's still a non-contact sexual abuser. And a sexual predator. So, he's still a piece of shit, is what I'm trying to say. Who is just as guilty. It's just the difference is, he's not into, like, 12-year-olds and below. Look at the screenshots. While the relationship in and of itself was pedophilic, I still don't think you're actually into child touching.
Yeah, that's not what I'm into. No, like honestly though, like the reason why I sort of did it was because of the fact being that, I didn't know that people under 18 could be considered pedophiles.
Yeah, 16 and 17 if you're dating someone 5 years under. So, hey Dan, your excuse is shit, and here's why. Don't you think you should be intelligent enough to realize that maybe trying to date a child, literal preteen, might be inappropriate? They are a preteen with the body of a preteen and the mental maturity of a preteen.
How do you need to be told this was a bad thing?
Like anyone that is that age should be able to get this by now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Dan, I don't care if you didn't know.
So,
You should have known the
what happened when I was gone?
Oh, Dan, it was basically just Dan talking about how, I didn't know that 16 and 17-year-olds could be considered pedos, that's why I did it. Which doesn't excuse you, Dan, because basically what you're telling me is this is how you are unfiltered. This is how you are when you don't think you can get into any trouble.
Yeah, and yeah, Dan, stop being an idiot. Plain and simple. Just stop being an idiot.
Like, again, I said this before, like, 5 seconds ago, but why did you need to be told that dating a literal preteen at the age of 17 was a bad idea. You mushroom
like to put it in the words of the mysterious Mr. Enter, that's not even lesson 1. No, that's not even lesson 0.
Yo, want to know a funny story?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, back then on Discord, I actually have met some underage girls who were attempting to date me. But what I'll do is I'll fucking ask them how old they are, and if they're like 13 or 14, what I'll do is I'll just block them and, you know, not talk to people who are underage, because I do not like talking to people who are underage, because that gives me a bad reputation. So
yeah, it's like, it's common sense, Dan, that a 12-year-old cannot consent to anything. They do not have the mental maturity to even they do not even have the mental maturity to be properly getting into a relationship with someone 5 years older than them. You are stupid if you thought you'd be innocent in dating a 12-year-old. Say if I dated
when I first discovered Dan, I actually did think that he was like 10 or 11, but then he revealed that he was 14 in one of his videos on Halo Fan. And now he's at the point where this is not excusable.
I mean, the thing is, like, when it comes to like talking to 16 or 17-year-olds, that's something I can understand. But if it's like 12 or 13, that's a big no-no.
Yeah, like
isn't he like turning 18?
He'll be. His birthday was some point in November. I don't remember the specific day. He'll be turning 18 in 2 to 3 months.
And Dan was born in 2003, and he's going to be 18 soon. Yet he doesn't act like he's actually about to become an adult.
He doesn't even act like he's about to become a teenager.
Dude, I don't even act like I'm about to become a teenager. What the fuck are you talking about?
The difference is you're significantly younger. Two would be counted. That would be accounted as a pedophilic relationship.
Yeah,
but like, I don't think you're. I don't think you're into children.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not into.
I think you would.
You know.
Yeah, I think you were desperate and made a wrong decision based on that desperation. Stop acting like it's a baby. Okay, I know I just described it as a wrong thing, but like, this is essentially a clip that bothers me. Not because I did anything super horrendous, but it makes it sound like Dan's mistake was, oh, it's a baby slip-up. Like, yes, it was his desperation powering it, but he was in basically an inherently toxic relationship dynamic between 12 and 17, and all the other relationships were toxic because he was asking for nudes from people who didn't want to give him. Oh, and they were minors too, so he shouldn't have even been asking for literal child porn, but, you know, details.
Yeah.
If I were you... Huh? Did somebody say something?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I would have... Like, I guess in hindsight, you'd probably, like, if you could go back, I guess you would kind of just say, no, just wait for someone your age, dumbass. If you know what I mean.
I mean, actually, like, just yesterday, I did find someone my age who's...
I believe he's actually dating her now. Already. After one day. I'm not saying this is, like, evil or anything. I just think it's funny. But she is his age, so I don't have much of a complaint this time unless something happens inside that relationship that is weird.
Like, exactly the same age as me, like 17.
Yeah.
I'm not going to reveal her name just in case if any psychopath tries harassing her, because she does have a very similar personality to me.
God damn it. No, I'm kidding. I see.
Similar.
Yeah.
I have a medically assigned personality.
I would dread to actually meet her if she really does have the same personality as him.
Yeah, she has a
Well-
medically bad personality.
Like, bruh.
Wait,
Oh.
who you talking about again?
Dan's just said that there's somebody, a girl that she met that has the same personality as her.
Oh yeah, yeah, she does have a girlfriend now.
Yeah, I won't out her because that's very much for her to do. Not even
Yeah.
for Dan to do, for her to do.
I don't know much about her, so I'm not gonna,
Yeah, but the only thing I know, and I don't know this for sure, I only know this is what Dan claims, is the girl is 17.
Actually, I've been meeting a lot of girls like that as of recently who have very similar personalities to me.
I've been creating a Dan Stein clone army, but they're females because that's the only way I can get gratification. Wait, what did I just say? That's a joke, by the way. I'm not actually making that claim. I'm not legitimately making that claim.
Like
Dan, are you sure you're telling the truth? Like, are you sure you're telling the truth?
Like, we can't confirm.
I mean, Christian back then did claim that he had a sister.
To be fair, the Dan Stein Christian comparisons hold a lot more water than everyone thinks.
even if Christian did have a sister, he'll might as well rape her.
To be fair, he would have done.
Oh God.
Yeah, he probably would have done. Not gonna lie. And I mean, based on what I've seen, like just because obviously I haven't checked out your YouTube channel in ages. I was kind of beginning to move on, I think. I don't think you've posted anything that's been like a serious accusation against somebody that's been false since. Hold on, let me scroll back to find the last headphone warning.
Today.
I mean, he did make a video about Halo Fan, saying the same claims that people have been saying towards Dan, but he's no different than Halo Fan.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, when I originally went back to when I was talking about the Pepper video, I thought the claims were totally different to the ones Dan actually made. It's only upon rewatch that I can confirm, no, I actually can't confirm Dan's claims or deny them. The only people who could would be Dan and Pepper. Do you remember Pepper as a taco head, that video?
Oh yeah. Why didn't he call me a spec? That would have been funnier.
Like, that... I cannot confirm or deny the claims made against you in that video. So, just to clarify...
But I can.
Yeah, you can. You and Dan are the only two people who can do it, and I do not take Dan's word on anything, because the dude is literally a known liar, so...
the only thing I can give credit... the only thing I can give Dan some credit for is at least he didn't show his penis on Discord, just like what Halo Fan did.
Yeah, at least he's not done that.
Yeah.
What is it?
One. Oh.
I can confirm this. He did make a video that said, "Oh yeah, I did that. I apologize," which is true. Because to be honest, as bad as how he can be, I was pretty. No, I was super mean to him.
But Pepper, the main point of vilification for you.
Watch Star Wars with me or die due to cancellation.
No.
All these riots, they're your fault! You did them by not watching Star Wars!
I'm responsible for all of the protests.
When he actually said that, he was like someone I he was like someone on YouTube by the name of Quartering.
Oh, the quartering?
Mind you.
Yeah, the Quartering.
Dan has a hatred towards SJWs, yet he acts like one.
Yeah, aside from his
because he's an anti-SJW.
Yeah,
those are annoying.
Oh yeah,
a lot of answers, from what I've seen, there could be some good ones, but from what I've known, a lot of them are literally just as easily offended, if not more so, than SJWs, from what I've seen.
Clownfish TV.
Yep. You got Clownfish, you got Dan, you got
you got
Carmen.
Quartering. You got the Quartering, who's a bigot.
You've got Carmen Rider, who is a whole other can of worms.
She literally made a video on Raven, acting like as if it's no big deal that people are making NSFW art of people's OCs, and Doodle Clones literally tried defending that in her video on Night Tie-Dye.
Oh yeah, there is something I would like to bring up, not to go off topic, but one thing I would like to get off my chest is that these can I say faggot or no?
I wouldn't mind much.
Okay. These anti-SJW faggots seem to bitch and moan about the fact that a white character is being portrayed by a black actor, thinking that it's catering to the BLM, despite the fact that white characters have been portrayed by black actors for years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, it's a really stupid complaint.
I mean, the thing is, like, it shouldn't matter by the color of their skin. What should matter is how good their acting skills are. I don't think these people understand that.
Yeah.
The thing you should care about is nothing.
Don't care about anything, just let the world explode. The
become
one
a
about
nihilist.
Halo, yeah, fan is actually true as somebody who actually was like, he posted kid shit in my server, so
Yeah, like
skipping over this shit because it's basically just redundancy on what we've already been through.
We all know the phrase "actions speak louder than words."
Oh, we've reached this point. I love it. Hang on, let me check back over my notes. I need to know when the ghosty shit starts, because this is going to become hilarious when that shit starts. 8:38, that's where it starts. But actions speak louder than words. Remember this. I want everybody to keep this quote in mind, because it's going to come back to bite the bitch in the ass.
Words speak louder than words.
I think that the first... I have not... Oh, here we go.
Would you?
Right. A year ago. Oh.
Would you consider
year
the
ago.
Ghost DXE thing to be a false allegation?
I think that I have not seen enough of the third one to make a decision on that. This story would change too. I have not seen it in a while. The latter story is true. I was talking out of my ass at first. Probably for an excuse because of my lack of knowledge. I probably was wanting to excuse it. So yeah, another thing I fucked up on is I lied right here.
Yeah, well, I would like to say one thing too. Ghost DXC, I really don't know much about him other than the fact that he exists, but I haven't seen any of his content before, so yeah.
He seems to mind his own business. Dan just has a bone to pick with the dude because he talks about Sonic 93 like ages ago, and he defended Akai Dahlia a while after that whole bandwagon happened.
Yeah,
but I think the first thing...
At this point though, Sonic 93 is just dead. Like, she's just dead at people like Hood Boy, David Hinkle, Wrestling Otaku, etc.
This is dead. I mean, from what I've heard, Otaku, like, from Spyro, I will say this is just a claim, but at the same time, I'm also not going to deny it, because, again, I'm not in a position to do so. So, this is a claim, just take that as you will, I can't prove or deny it. But apparently, Otaku is trying to...
Yeah. Also, I'm still surprised that Bad Fox is still relevant for whatever reason.
Yeah. Okay, so...
You want to keep going?
Yeah. And second time wise.
All I'm gonna say is that we just gotta wait until more information comes out there.
Yeah, I think this on its own is not enough to call him a pedo.
I knew about the gumball thing, I just couldn't remember about anything else.
By the way, to further clarify on the gumball thing, I might actually ask Spyro to send me the piece. Yes.
By the way, speaking of the Amazing World of Gumball, it's coincidental that I changed the avatar pic to a picture of Darwin.
Yeah. I've just asked Spyro for it. If I don't get it, then I'll just dig up Ghosty. Actually, hold on. I'll tell him never mind. I'll just dig up Ghosty's video. Alright, so...
Just keep in mind that I'm not going to be in this stream for longer, so I'm just going to stick around for a little bit, so...
Alright.
Oh, alright.
Wait, am I... The pieces in the video. I'm going to have to scroll quite a bit because by the looks of things, Ghost... Oh, never mind. He hasn't. I thought he uploaded a lot more frequently than he did. The Dance Time Rant Saga Never Ends. Found him. Okay, so this is not pornography, and I'm going to show you precisely why when I swap the screens over. So, just give me a second. Alright, that's good. Oh, Joe, your video's in the recommended on this screen. You should feel so honored.
Mama.
Here it is. My response is here, a brief preview
What
of
the
Dance.
hell is that?
Now,
That's
to clarify,
disgusting, and I hate this.
this is
Oh
the
my
piece
God.
that I'm referring to.
This looks fucked up.
Oh my
clarify-
god!
A couple of things. One, Gumball's shoulders are wider in this image than he is in the typical canon of the series. Two, well, children don't have an ass this big, and the facial structure is different. These three factors need to be known before I continue. Oh, and four, there is literally a pant line right here. If you can see my mouse pointer, it's right where my mouse pointer is. That is a pant line. Oh!
This looks fucking disgusting.
I
It
have
is,
mixed
exactly.
feelings on that piece.
That is the piece.
I do remember in Ghosty XC's video about Dan that that picture was in his Ink Bunny account, and which leads to the assumption that Dan had to go through his Ink Bunny account, which has a lot of drawings like that, in order to find it for the video.
Okay,
And to
well,
clarify some
Good
bonus-
lord.
Yeah, to clarify some bonus details, I do not think that Ghosty should have drawn this for obvious reasons. Regardless of the fact that Gumball is aged up, this is still extremely suggestive, and Ghosty clearly tried to make him aged up, and I think that he succeeded in some areas, but not well enough, if you know what I mean. And,
yeah.
there is a pant line, but it's still suggestive, and I'd still consider the thing NSFW. So,
Yeah,
it's not porn. It's not porn, but it's still suggestive.
It's still suggested, like, no matter what. I mean, whether it was poor or not, it's still fucked up. Like, you can't really, like, have, like, underage characters being in a suggestive way. I don't mean to be a dick, but Ghosty XC is a weirdo. The fuck is wrong with him?
Oh, he's absolutely a weirdo. That's a claim that I can agree with. So, I do want to focus on the fact that Dan used this piece to call Ghost a pedophile. There's three things to clarify. One, the aforementioned pant line. Two, the attempt to age the character up. And three, he drew it on stream as a joke, meaning he didn't draw it out of any horny feelings. Those three things need to be kept in mind. Because that is not pedophilic. It's weird and fucked up, but it's not pedophilic.
Can I also mention something? Isn't that drawing, like, what, 3 or 4 years ago?
It's old. Old as fuck.
You had to go that deep?
Yeah.
Just
And
to
he found a
find
second
that?
thing. The second thing is Ghosty XE defending, quote, defending Lollyporn and Shelter. Something he did 3 to 4 years ago and has made clear that he does not stand by those points anymore. But according to Dan, actions speak louder than words. So we can't listen to somebody just saying they don't stand by a clip. Hey, Dan,
How are you supposed to prove that you don't stand by a take aside from disowning it and making it clear that you disown it and apologizing in the video where you're covering the claim made against you?
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
There is no further proof but Ghosty's word. You cannot prove this further. You should not be disputing. Like, unless Ghost used these points against someone else, that is the only way that you could even get close to prove that Ghosty that Ghosty still stands behind this. If he admitted maybe that it was damage control, or he went back on this and started making similar points again, those are the only two ways you could tell. And to my knowledge, and to your knowledge as well, considering you can't bring up any examples of this, to your knowledge as well, Ghosty's never done that. So you cannot prove that Ghosty doesn't stand behind this. But we're getting a little ahead of ourselves.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Sure.
Does Ghosty XC still stand behind the picture? Find out on the next episode.
I don't think that he does.
Yeah.
I'm not sure on that one, because I don't have a direct statement from Ghost himself.
Yeah, I'm just making a joke.
Oh, okay. Right.
Find out on the next episode tonight on the WB.
Yeah. Okay, so the last... oh, wait. Not the last. Sorry, we need to keep going.
Yeah, just keep going.
What I have seen.
But the fact that he is excusing making pornography of underage characters does show a little some susness.
One, it wasn't pornography. Two, he was aged up. Again, this is why we went over the picture in the first place, to provide context here.
You know?
Yeah.
Susness.
You know, it all comes down to topics like, aging up and whether you think that's fine or not. I'm very mixed on it. In my opinion, if you're going to age somebody up, there has to be a physical difference in the character. And I know Ghosty tried to, but he didn't succeed. Wider shoulder. There's a few instances where you can clearly tell he tried.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just to be clear.
He pretended that it was so obvious that he was an adult when he was. Personally, in my opinion, I don't even think he even aged up the character. I think.
Oh. Is that confirmation bias I smell?
Oh my god, Dan.
If anything, if anything, the only other thing that I smell is just a bunch of BS.
There is so much to unpack here, but I'm just going to leave it at, Dan, you're making an assumption, you dipshit, and you don't have the excuse that this was a private call because you posted this on the fucking internet. I don't care if it's unlisted, it wasn't on its upload. You only unlisted it after I asked you to. Twice!
And about the claim that he didn't age up Gumball? Citation, motherfucker! Do you do it?
Exactly. We can clearly see an attempt. A failed attempt, but an attempt.
Here's the thing, though. Is Ghosty XC a pedophile or not? Make up your fucking mind.
Yeah.
I think he only said he did just to make himself look better when, just by looking at the drawing, it doesn't even seem like an attempt.
Yes, it does, dumbass. The literal aforementioned wider shoulders. Yeah. I mean, again, Why did I just say yeah to that? Honestly, no, nearly nothing. Over a year, I think, since I've seen that. I saw it when it first came out and barely remember the accusations.
Also, he did defend Lolicon and Shota, and
4 years ago on a disowned post. Just to be clear.
Cub porn and all that stuff, so yeah.
Oh, fuck. Wasn't Kamen Rider enough? That was to clarify, yes, Kamen Rider has done this, and I believe you can find videos where she does it. And if you can't, I will link, a GIF or some shit, because I have...
I saw the whole situation, with, with Carmen Ryder not understanding the problem, and with Night Tie-Dye's commentary on that video where Raven was bringing up some legitimate pointers, and Carmen Ryder still was oblivious towards the situation.
Yeah, and I know this is like really unrelated, but Daddy-O5, anyone? What Daddy-O5 has done in his videos of just claiming like, we're just pranks, bro. What he's done, especially in his videos involving his kids, is really abusive. Don't believe me? Watch the Right Opinions video on Daddy-O5. It is very telling and very hard to listen to.
Did you just rip that from the script we're working on, you little bitch?
Not to go off topic, but I'm surprised Daddy-O5 hasn't been executed yet. The thing is, if I ever see him in real life, I'll put a bullet right in his fucking head.
Like the only other controversy that I've seen that was up to that scale of what Daddy-O5 did was the whole video where this one guy was all like, thumbs up for epic earthquake.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Life in a Tent?
Yeah.
Yeah, Life in a Tent was a thing. But I know what people in the comments section are going to say. Oh, but Tricky, killing is a wrong thing to do. Killing is a sin. Well, if it's someone like Daddy-O5, no.
All right, let's keep going because I don't want to get too
keep
far
going.
controversial.
Keep going.
Yeah. Shit, sorry. I just got off the back of fucking Carmen Ryder, dude.
Yeah, I mentioned that in a video, and like Ghosty, he said, "Oh well, I don't agree with that anymore." But like I said earlier, actions speak louder than words.
Here's where he expects further proof of someone disowning something they've done, other than being told. When being told is the only way you're going to know. Like, if Ghost... You would have to find reasonable doubt. Like, again, if Ghost used similar arguments, or Ghost tried to defend this. You do not get to go, actions speak louder than words, and do you know what, Dan? If you want to play this game, I'll play it with you. You keep saying, oh, I've changed. I'm capable of change, but what have you done? After all, Dan, actions speak louder than words, and all I'm hearing is a bunch of words.
Like, this whole thing reminds me of that whole situation with Thundercats Roar, and what Nintendo TV 64 said, that he thought that Victor Courtright wasn't a fan of Thundercats when we didn't even see any clips of Thundercats Roar yet.
Yeah, I'm just letting Sparrow know that I'm actually live right now, because Sparrow asked if I was in a call with Dan.
So, we don't...
Wait, do I have more to say? Oh, yeah. By the way, I'm not saying this yet. All I'm saying is that, like, if Dan wants to play the actions speak louder than words game, I'll play it with him, and it fucks him over harder than it fucks Ghost over. Because, Dan, if I apply the same logic to you, what have you done to improve yourself? What have you done to better yourself?
I mean, you haven't done like the 3-month therapy like you were supposed to, Dan.
It was supposed to originally be 6 months. Did you know that?
And even then, when you said that you were going to be taking a break for 3 months because of therapy, right afterwards, you made a video blaming what you did to Sky and everyone else on a supposed hacker.
Yeah, like, Dan, there's actually counter-examples to you being sorry. Do not play the actions speak louder than words game with me, bro. You'll lose. Hey there, Sparrow.
Oh, hi, Sparrow.
Hello.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you.
Hey, Spyro.
Sorry, I just fell through the ceiling. My bad.
No, it's all right.
It's we're at the 10-minute mark, which means we probably just passed the ghosty claims, and I assume you've seen the thing. So if you've got any additional notes you want to make to, like, the ghost stuff, because I know you know way more about this than I do.
Yeah. Basically, Dan, you can't hold somebody accountable for shit that they've done for 3 years ago. The shit that has happened with you, even though, well, yes, it's been months ago, it's still pretty recent.
Yeah.
Like, people change in like 3 years.
Yeah. Yes, I don't even want to hear Dan like pull that shit. Like, don't even fucking bullshit me.
I mean,
Yeah.
the only person who hasn't changed in 3 years is Dan.
Exactly.
I'd say he's gotten worse. Like, and that proves in the fact that he's trying to downplay what he did to Lee.
Yep.
Alright, just to check my notes. Past the 21-minute mark, I have lost all my notes. But it's not like I was using them anyway.
Don't know that for sure.
Like, we only really have his word to take on it. And while I'm generally more accepting than Idioto, stop trying to expect someone to prove that they don't stand behind something. You have no reason to doubt it, and so you have no reason to question the claim. Kill me.
After all, Dan, actions speak louder than words.
Why don't you show us with your actions that you're sorry, Mr. Stein?
Or the past is the best indicator of the future. Anybody remember that one?
Oh God, no.
Wait, what's going on?
The past is the best indicator of the future is a mentality Dan spouted, which was an excuse to try and say, oh, Akai Dahlia likes a hedgehog, and Paul and Amy also like the hedgehog. And so
he also
is just the same as Paul and Amy.
And he also used that to indicate that Cartoon Network will continue to do reboots like Teen Titans Go in the future.
Yeah, like the past, like it refuses to, like, that mindset refuses to accept that, people are constantly learning and growing from history. If your mentality was the exact same, Dan, slavery would still be a commonplace thing. Because, the past, in the past, people had slaves. If it's the best indicator of the future, then I guess we're gonna have slaves again. What are they gonna be this time?
And if the past is the indicator of the future, we would have more than just World War II.
Yeah, like, this mentality is stupid. The normal, that's only because I'm in a community where you typically hate your shit 2 days after you upload it. This is true, I still hate everything I've made 2 days after I've uploaded it. Unironically.
Yeah.
Trust me, I hate myself.
Oh. Yeah, kinda same here.
Yeah, that's all I can say. You can keep playing.
Yeah.
I mean,
If there's anything... Hold on, you go first, yeah.
Then again, when it comes to Ghost EXE, he has lied about some stuff. Like, for example, he basically, with the gumball drawing that I found, he said that, oh, well, that was only on my Ink Bunny, and you're, like, actively looking for NSFW, and, like, no, I found it on his Twitter.
Oh, I know Spyro knows about this one, so I'll just let him...
Nah, motherfucker, don't even fucking bullshit me on that. Spencer brought that shit up to me. Spencer showed me the image, and I said, why did you send this to me? And he said, I found this on Ghost EXE's Twitter. Before Dan made the video, I went through Ghosty's media tab on his Twitter, and I didn't see that image. When I typed in the Ghost EXE Gumball thing, it led me to the Ink Bunny page. So that is the only known place that is there.
Yep. And to my knowledge, Ghosty archives his streams, and Dan wasn't there for the stream, so... There's literally no
he
point.
doesn't even... Yeah, Ghost even explained the context of the image.
Yeah.
And, like, right when he made the video, guess what happened?
What happened?
It was off his Twitter.
Ooh. Evidence, motherfucker. Do you speak it? Like, send me an image of the Twitter post, at least.
Citation, motherfucker! Do you do it?
Actually, I think there was another way you could have...
Like, this is a problem that I noticed much more with Dan. He constantly lies, and, whenever he says something, he, doesn't even prove it.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm just checking my notes to know when it... Okay, further confirmation by the Dan never prove this ghost. This way never explain why that's not a contradiction. Relevant ghost. Alright, hold on. Alright. We're all safe to go. I'm just making sure there's no... It's fine, Raven, you didn't miss much. Alright, just so you know, I am checking the notes to make sure it's, like, to make sure that I'm accurate as possible. I've potentially accessed it. Let me go back to my message. Okay, I'm skipping this because... I'm skipping this because it's mostly irrelevant. It's just me criticizing the way Ghost went and explained the situation to me. Which is fair enough, but stupidly petty. Like, I didn't try and cancel him for it, but I just, like, oh, Ghost didn't really explain it very well. So I'm gonna skip this because it's kind of irrelevant. Oh, okay. He said he drew it live. Okay, still here. Actually, is there a timestamp in my notes? Alright, 12:27, so I'll just skip there. I probably am going to miss out on a point by skipping to there, but...
But yeah, I'm just gonna head out. I'm just gonna talk to y'all later.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and go to my battery is at 12%.
Yeah, but before I leave,
All
I'm
right.
just gonna. But before I leave, I'm just gonna plug my channel in the private chat so you guys can go check it out. So I'll check y'all later.
I'll go ahead and plug mine too.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jesus, I mean Jokun.
Hey, Jokun.
Hey.
Hello. Been a little bit, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And, as you could probably figure, we're talking about Shitstain. Yay!
Oh, goody.
All right. See you later, Sean and Tricky.
I can't wait to see what he says.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, this is still DM shit, which I don't want to touch on because I don't want to... Alright, but I only... Okay, I'll have to make a guess. Here? No, that's way too far ahead. 27... 47.
So he made it. He responding to me. He fucking contradicted. And not only that, but like
Right, here we
in the
go.
video he made it. He responding to me. He fucking contradicted himself. He said, "Oh well, it's NSFW, and I posted it on my Ink Bunny, so you can't complain." But later in the video, he said that it was, and I quote, "the most safe for W shit that I've ever posted."
Hey, do you want to know something? That could mean two things, and only one of them would be a contradiction. It could also mean that Ghost has drawn more graphic shit than that.
You can only get Ghosty for the fact that it's weird art being posted on an NSFW account. That's all you can get him for, to be honest.
Yeah.
You can't get him for anything else, because anything else would be an exaggeration of the facts.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Okay, so...
Let me see for work. I'm sorry.
Oh god, I think that says more about Ghosty's Ink Bunny than anything else.
I mean, like, to be fair, if at one point he calls it not safe for work, and then at another he calls it safe for work.
That's not calling it safe for work, you total dumbass. That's just saying it's more safe for work than the other NSFW posted on the thing. Oh, he lied about me in his response. He lied in his response. No, he fucking didn't.
Again.
It's calculating severity.
Yeah.
Again. Citation, motherfucker. Do you do it?
Yeah, as somebody that actually sat through and watched Ghosty's video 3 times, I can say that he debunked every single point that you fucking made in your video about him.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it was a complete like demolish of Dan's video.
Yeah, like you threw a fucking pebble at him. Ghosty got a fucking wrecking ball.
Ugh.
Like, you know, Dan, and if you have a problem with the stream, don't fucking care. Alright. Alright,
I already
yeah,
plan on
I'll-
rewatching this anyway, so this interview.
yeah. That.
Exactly, Luke. Dan pulled worse shit.
Okay, so I just... Alright, this is going to be an even longer series responding to these interviews, because I just agreed to do a third interview, which I don't have a problem with a long series. It's not like a complaint or anything like that.
I'm a little concerned about that one, Chief.
You see, what I mean is I'm going to cover 3.
Oh.
Not do another one.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't do another interview with Dan after this fuck up.
That shows some sign of like a contradiction of some sort. You know what I mean?
It could mean 2 things. One, it's a blatant contradiction, and the other thing it could potentially mean is... could potentially, as if it was the more unlikely option. Dipshit, you just don't want to challenge Dan yourself, because you know he could clip this to make you look bad. Like, I've already apologized for this shit at the start of the video, but I also know that there's plenty of people here. So to clarify, I was super fucking scared to challenge Dan on any of this, because I knew he could clip this shit and make me look bad. So,
I wouldn't do an interview like that if you were ill prepared for it, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. You see, this is kind of like ties in with a personal character flaw of mine, that if I'm backed into a corner by someone, then I feel like my only way out is to be really complicit with that person. Fuck a raccoon is massive deflection. Yeah. Like, I've been getting better at it, but this is probably going to be the biggest lesson on that. So I'm going to work to get better at this. This is you see this not safe for work image? This is actually the least graphic porn I've ever drawn, guys. So, if this is what you can if this is the best of it, could you just imagine what the worst of it is like? I know, and that's exactly why I would never go on as Ink Bunny. Like, again, as Jokun said, the worst you can get him on is weird art posted where weird art is allowed.
So you want to dig deeper, but don't be fucking like all in a funk because you couldn't find what you were looking for.
What, miss?
Something tells me
Anyway.
the stream is gonna end.
Yeah, the stream is gonna end because I have to make a stop to it. We're at 13:46. I want that. I want 13:46 reminded. I'm going to actually. Hacks, you're the
Put
top
in my DMs.
I know
You
you're
can
watching it.
get it there.
So I know you're watching this, so you'll know why you got a sudden timestamp in your DMs. I'm just gonna dump it there and pin it.
No problem.
Same goes for Joe, because I'm gonna keep it in 2 places in case I need reminding. So I don't typically pin DMs, actually. So anyway, with that said, that is the end of part 1. The rest of the titles will be titled accordingly. Either I'll title them the same as this, because I'll forget to put the part on like I did here, to which I'll correct it later, or I'll name them part 2, part 3, part 4, respectively. Anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe to Raven, Brian's Commentaries, Jokun, and Spyro the Bug Boy, and
if you play, if you watch JoJo, you're pretty heckin' gay.